how are you today? In our government class today, we are looking at nation, state, society, and nation state. Nation, state, society, and nation state. So let's start with nation. What is a nation? A nation can be defined as a group of people that are united. They are united with homogeneous factor. That are united by what? Homogeneous factor. A group of people that are united by homogeneous factor. And what are these homogeneous factors? The homogeneous factors include language, culture, you can say tradition. Tradition is also one of them. You can use food, dressing, and what? etc. that I call condemn or etc. Now, when you talk of this homogeneous factor, language, a very good example of nation, we have the Yoruba. The Yoruba are example of nation. The Igbos are examples of nation. The Hausas are examples of what? Nation. Now, the Yoruba people have common language. The Igbo, they have common language. They have common what? The Hausa have common language. Now, if probably among the Yoruba people, probably if I come to their midst and I say something like Wa, everybody, all the people, all the Yoruba should understand Wa because the basic what Yoruba language, and they have common culture. They have common tradition. Now, when you talk about foods like Tuwo, then you talk about Hausa. When you talk of Amala and Gbegiri, you talk about what? The Yoruba. When you talk about this Ofe Sala and all this Ofe Manu, all this Igbo soup, they have common food. When you see a woman dressed in church, you know that person is an Igbo woman. When you see all these Yoruba women with all this their big head there, you know that this is a Yoruba man and they like party. I'm sorry. So a nation talks about people that have what? Homogeneous factor. And one of the features of a nation is unity. They are united because language is a powerful unifier that brings people together. Also, a nation, they have government. In Nigeria, there was a time when we were practicing regionalism. The Yorubas were under the what? The Western region, and they were led by Obafemi Awolowo. The Igbos of Nnamdi Azikiwe, the Hausas, Tafawa Balewa. So, and the the nation also, they have population. It's one of their features. They have population. So I want to believe that you have learned what? Nation. Let's move on to states. Because of time, we'll move on to what? To state. What is a state? The origin of a state can be traced to the Westphalian Treaty. Can be traced to the Westphalian Treaty of 1648. The origin of a state can be traced to Westphalian Treaty of 1648. And when you talk of a state is a political community that is under the control of government in a well-defined territory. A state is a political community that is all under the control of government in a well-defined territory. There are several theories of a state. We have the divine theory that believes that what the state originated from God and leaders are divine being. We have what we call the Matriarchal theory. The Matriarchal theory talks about a state originating from women. We have the Patriarchal theory. The Patriarchal theory talks about what the origin of a state is from men. And we have the social contract theory. The social contract theory. Now, the social contract theory can be likened or can be associated with the likes of this man called John Locke, Thomas Hobbes. We also have Jean-Jacques Rousseau. Jean-Jacques Rousseau, they are all associated with social contract theory that believe that there is a contract between the governed and the government. There is a contract between the rulers and the ruled. Once the rulers is doing the bidding or doing well to the ruled, or the government is doing well to the people, they will support. So they believe that what? There is a contract. If you are doing well, we support you. So let's go to the features of a state or the characteristic of a state. The first characteristic of a state is sovereignty. And we have discussed that in our previous class. Sovereignty. And sovereignty is the main feature of a state, is the main characteristic of a state. That is, it talks about the right of the state to control a territory. We also have our population. A state must what? Be inhabited by a group of people, and that constitutes the population. Like in the world now, India is the most populated, followed by China. In Africa, Nigeria is the most populated African state. Now we also talk about territory. Territory is another feature of a state. Territory, or you call it boundary. Territory or boundary. This is the most distinguishing feature of a state. It talks about the geographical terrain that a state occupies. The geographical terrain that a state occupies. We often talk about permanence. That is, the existence of a state is not temporal. It's permanent. The existence of a state is not temporal. It is what? Permanent. We also have government as a feature of a state. When you talk about government are the people that are saddled with the responsibility of controlling the affairs of the state. And we also talk about recognition. Recognition is another feature of the state. That is, a state has the monopoly of power over our territory and must be recognized internally and locally or internationally. A society is a complex human association that have a group of people with common interests, common objective, and its whole. When you talk about society, a society can be large, can be small. If you talk about people coming like all those pepper sellers, you can classify them as society. International organization can also be classified as society. As you are wrapping up, what is nation state? The idea of nation state is trying to bring out a nation from a state, breaking the barriers of ethnicity, tribalism, and all differences, and uniting everyone in what? A state. So I want to believe that you have learned from this video, nation, state, society, and nation, state. So for more of this video, you can reach me on WhatsApp 09032666333. You can visit my handle, also YouTube channel. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel at DJ Collabo 764 and that my TikTok is also DJ Collabo 1. You can go to my Facebook page. I have a page where I upload some of my videos, and that is the /government with DJ Collabo. So please contact me for more videos. Thank you.